shouldn't even laugh. It's not funny. Episode.
Oh, what episode is it?
Is it 9?
No, 'cause we missed one. I think we're on 8.
Are we?
Let's
Let's have a look.
maybe.
I think Tyler might be right, actually. I think we're episode 8.
Oh, Demi, my tooth. Oh my god, guys,
Where
I
we
have
at?
toothache.
Girls in orbit.
It's really hurting me. to even
Episode
open my mouth.
8.
8.
8. Coming at you. We have been MIA.
Haven't we just?
I'm so sorry, guys. That's partly my
We
fault.
have been MIA. Well, it is, but it doesn't matter. I really don't mind. I'm a tired girl.
I got hit with whatever is going around. That cold.
You can see you got hit by a car.
Imagine.
Even though I know you've not
Oh,
been
don't
hit by
even
a
talk
car.
to me about cars. Oh.
Oh.
My car's broke.
Oh, I was going to say, where's your car?
My car's broke.
I pulled up and I was
Broken.
like, that's not your car. I was like, have you got a new one? I was like,
Oh, so I have a new car, like new, and I was driving to get Nelly a birthday cake because it has just been Nelly's 6th birthday. Happy birthday, Nelly.
happy birthday, Nelly.
And I was going to get her a cake and my steering completely stopped working.
No way.
Completely. Had Blair in the car and couldn't steer the car and I nearly crashed and I was like, what? So I called the button in the car and was like, I can't steer. So they came out, looked at the car and was like, yeah, it's broken, we need your car. And luckily it was covered, otherwise it was going to set me back £2,000. And I was
Ooh.
like, I wouldn't mind, but it's a new car, so...
Why is it not working?
And it's now been about nearly a week. They picked it up last Friday.
Is that a courtesy car that you've
Yeah.
got?
And I also have an electric car, and I forgot how expensive petrol is.
Oh, have they not given you
My
electric?
goodness.
Oh.
I must be filling it up, like, every day. It's drinking it. I haven't even been anywhere. I'm literally avoiding going anywhere. So, yeah, that's the drama of the car. And I also got ill.
Yeah. She got ill.
Come out with the cold sore, got the cold, was sick. And
You're not
was like,
contagious now, are
I'm
you?
not contagious now. I was like, I categorically cannot be around Tyler ill. So,
Do you want to know why?
oh my goodness.
Oh
Tell
my
her.
goodness. Do you know, I really hate saying this. I'm pregnant. I don't hate saying it because I hate being pregnant. I hate saying it because I just feel like it's
No,
really
I know.
weird to say.
I know. To be fair, I hate
I am
it.
with child.
Tyler's having a baby. Do you know what? One of you's guessed it. One of our girls in orbit guessed it.
No way, who?
One of my friends.
What did she say?
She said, she commented saying that
Did she think I looked fat?
No.
Because I thought I looked fat in the last
No.
episode.
She commented saying that you were saying that you were tired in the first couple of the episodes and you was
Yeah.
like, oh, work. And then in one of the episodes she was glowing and she just put 2 and 2 together and was like, I think Tyler's pregnant. And I was like, do you?
Do you? Wow.
Do you?
That's-
Maybe I should
That's
ask her.
crazy.
No. So yeah, she messaged me and was like,
Oh, wow.
yeah. And you are correct.
You are correct.
You are correct.
Now, you see, I thought when I was editing the last episode, I was wearing a tight top and my belly was a bit rounded and I thought people are either going to think I'm pregnant or that's just my belly. Like I've just got a chunky belly.
There's a baby
don't.
in orbit, guys.
But there's a baby in there.
So yeah, Tyler obviously has been pregnant for the past probably nearly every episode, really.
Well, yeah, I have been pregnant.
Yeah,
every
literally.
episode.
So we have been like I'm her partner.
We've been keeping a secret.
We've been keeping it a secret, and that is why I texted Tyler last week and was like, I cannot be around you because if you got ill,
And I
would
do
feel
not want to be
guilty.
ill whilst I'm pregnant because
yeah,
it's a whole freaking journey anyway. I may have been glowing one week, but I'm not glowing
Yeah.
this week.
Ty has. You have been poorly,
It's a
haven't you?
roller coaster.
So I thought we have only just kind of come out of this
Yeah.
illness, sick, tired.
The
I was like, I
nausea.
cannot make her ill.
No.
She's only just getting better.
I mean, yeah. I was like, no, let's just skip a week. It's fine.
So,
And
yeah.
we didn't have time to record on a different day, so we were like, fuck it.
And then I also nearly told you guys because I thought Tyler would put it out on social media, and I was like, it's okay. Like, I'll just say Tyler shared her news, and she was like, no, Demi.
I put it on a private Instagram. I
did put
it on social media, but on my private Instagram, I've got like 140 followers, and like I never accept anybody that I don't know on it. So I was like, no, Demi. People actually don't know.
So yeah, that is so much fun.
It is.
Tyler is brought a house that needs lots of work, and now has added a baby into the mix.
Just for the record, I found out 3 days after putting the offer in and getting the house accepted. 3 days later, I did my pregnancy test because I had a week of nausea and then food aversions, and I thought, this is weird. This feels strange.
It's really funny actually because I messaged Tyler saying maybe we could do a get to know us, but like eat something disgusting or shut it. And that's
say it or shut it. I was like,
Tyler came to me the next time and was like, I can't do that. And I was like, oh, okay, kind of thinking. And Tom had said to Tyler, she won't guess it. Just tell her, you just can't eat it. And you was like, no, she'll know. And I actually did not know. I thought it was because of your ADHD that you couldn't have like textures and stuff. And I thought, oh, fair enough. And she went, because I'm with child. And I was like, what?
I was like, I cannot be eating things. There's so many things I can't eat at the minute. All I used to eat was chicken and fish. I never really had red meat. Cannot eat chicken, cannot eat fish. All I'm eating is red meat. I can't stand the sight of chicken.
Honestly,
I can't do it.
Crazy.
But it's all a bit
been a
bit mental. Do you know at work, I don't know how to tell like the kids' parents. I feel like it's a really awkward thing because I don't want to make like an announcement, but I kind of feel like they're gonna twig anyway, and like I can cover up my belly, and also I could just be fat, like I could have just gained weight, but one of our volunteers said to me that she could tell I had a baby bump because I told the staff that I was pregnant so that they knew why I wasn't doing it. Because like I keep getting really bad backache, so I sit down a lot, and I'm like, I don't want everyone to think I'm being lazy. So I told all the staff, and she was like, yeah, I knew you were. She was like, I walked in this morning, I looked at you, and I knew you were pregnant. She was like, and then I saw your bump. I was like,
it's because you're petite as well, though, isn't it? Like,
well, my stomach was flat.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, where's this come from? So I think the parents might twig.
Yeah, I do understand that because I worked in a school when I felt pregnant, and I remember like saying to my manager, like, can you announce it? Because I was in a role where they'd jump up me and they'd run around me and squeeze me really tight and whatever.
I've got that.
And I was thinking, I can't have that. I can't be running around like I used to. Like, I'm the fun one on the playground.
Me
and
too.
Stuff. And then it never got announced. And I remember thinking, how do I say this, especially to children that don't really understand? And then the one day, a child was like swinging off me. And then I kind of said, oh, please don't do that. And then they did it again and really hurt me. And then I had to say, you can't do that. I've got a baby in my tummy. And I had to say it. And I think you'll get to a point where you'll be like, no, I'm going to have to say baby or whatever.
Well, one of the kids like just ran up to me yesterday and went to like headbutt me in my stomach. He's quite rough.
Yeah.
And I like grabbed his shoulders and I was like, don't do that. And he was like trying to do it. And I was like, I just said, usually I'm the really playful.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's run. And then I'll run around like a maniac and I'm really playful. And if they're hitting me, I'm like really playful with it. But I was like, do not do that. And he was like, and he stopped doing it because he was so taken back of me being so serious, I think.
Yeah.
He like looked at me and was like, oh, and I was like, you do not do that to people. I was like, this is not kind. I was like, you will hurt me. And he was like, okay, that's weird. He was like, the hell's got into you? And I was just like, don't do that. And then I'm just sat down a lot.
Yeah.
And the parents, usually I am the one that's running around with their kids. I've had to tell one parent because her son, I play with him all the time and I like run around like crazy. And I've had to tell her because I've had to say, I can't play with him how I usually play with him. And she's like, oh, that's fine. So because she would be like, oh, can you play with him? Can you play with him? And she'll like tell her son, go play with Tyler. And I'm like, no, let me sit down because my back.
And then you couldn't tell I was pregnant for a while because I wore baggy clothes. And then the one day, and I remember it so vividly, it was hilarious. I wore a tight dress and I just had this bump.
Ah!
And everyone looked at me. I walked into assembly and everyone went,
Oh.
and then I was doing interventions and stuff and the children were going, so there's a rumour going around that you're pregnant. I am indeed pregnant.
rumour?
Yes. There's a rumour going around that you're having a baby. So I think in the end you get to that point, but I do understand the awkwardness. It's like,
I don't want to announce it. And do you know what else? Today, for some reason, all the parents have spoken about pregnancy. All day long, they were talking about pregnancy, and I thought, this is really awkward. And then someone brought in their grandchild, who was only like 1.5, and I was like, oh my God, she's so cute, blah, blah, blah. And then she went, oh, just think one day you'll have a child. And I was like, okay. I'm just like, I am with child now. And I just feel so. And then they were all talking like really depressingly about miscarriages, stillbirths, and I was like, horrific hospital treatment, horrific stories, and I literally just had to stand up and walk away because I was like, this isn't what I want to listen to.
Hear, no, and you don't want to.
And then the other people that came in the afternoon, they all started talking about, oh, it's rude to ask. I was like cleaning up around them, and they were like, oh, I think it's rude to ask when someone's pregnant, blah blah blah, and they were talking about, yeah, what if someone's struggling with trying and they ask, and I thought, this is really weird that this happened twice in one day. The group of parents are talking about pregnancy, but this group of parents are talking about how it's rude to ask someone if they're pregnant. And I was just like, have my cardigan on. When my cardigan was done up, and when it's done up, you can't see.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, this is weird. And then I get paranoid, and oh God, I keep doing that. And then I get paranoid and think they know, but they're just not saying it.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to just like drop subtle hints.
But like, I don't want to be like, guess what? I'm pregnant, because it's not that kind of. And I don't want to announce it like that. But at some point, they're going to have to know. And the ones that have got aggressive children,
I just do it.
I just don't know what to do.
Just do it gradually and just be like, oh, yeah, I can't do that because I'm having a baby.
I'm thinking of telling a parent that is probably going to tell everyone.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of telling a parent that won't keep it a secret.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So...
Yeah, because I remember just saying, oh, yeah, because, I'm having a baby. Like, I felt awkward to say,
it's so awkward.
But I'd be like, baby?
Like, I'm so happy, but it's so awkward to say. Like, oh, there's hair on the mic. I just don't know what to... But that's why I had to tell the staff, because I don't see we have, like, holiday staff, so it's Easter holidays, and they don't see me. And obviously my staff that I work with every week know. But then, like, these guys, the play workers, they've came in and I'm just, like, sat on my arse. But I'm their manager, so I tell them what to do. So it looks even worse, because usually I'm getting stuck in. But I'm just, like, sat on my arse, asking them to do stuff. I won't carry anything heavy.
Yeah, I remember the once when I was pregnant with Nelly. I worked at Nespresso, which is, like, selling coffee. Absolutely loved it. It was honestly one of my favourite jobs I've ever had.
Oh, really?
The company was just the best to work for. Honestly, it was so good. And I remember you used to have to get up like on the walls to restock them. And my manager had called me once and was like, obviously you can't be doing that. We don't want you on ladders. We don't want you doing this, blah, 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 blah. And they were really good. They really, really protected me. Even little things that I thought, I can do that. They were like, no, you're not. You're not doing it. And like they'd say to me, you go upstairs and take a break whenever you want. You do what you want.
Aww.
And the once one of my friends who used to joke was like, will you fill them up there? And I went, I can't. And he was like, no, you can. Fill it up.
Yeah.
And then I just went,
oh, did he not know?
No. And I just went, I'm having a baby. And he went, no, you're not. And he really didn't believe me. He was like, because before I fell pregnant with Nelly, I was a party girl. I was like, going out, just... I wasn't immature. I've always had like a quite mature head, but I've always been a big kid, and I'm still a big kid. So, and he looked at me as if to say, no, there's no way you're about to be a mum. That poor child. And I was like, no, seriously, I am. And then, obviously, he realised then why I kind of become lazy, if you like.
And this is my fear.
Yeah.
This is my fear. I don't want them to perceive me as lazy, so I had to say.
Yeah. It's hard because they will, won't they? Because it's like, why are you telling me what to do?
But
and I'd do the same, to be fair.
I would as well, because I'd be like, oh, look at her sitting on her ass, and she's telling me. And I get it, which is why I had to tell them all. And then they all got it. They were all like, oh, I get it now. Because I'd be like, oh, can you carry that and lift that? And they'd be like,
Yeah, it's a level of maturity as well, isn't it? Because if I seen someone that's usually working hard, all of a sudden slacking, I'd be like, something's going on there. But not everybody thinks like that, and that's what we have to remember is
The
like,
play workers are a lot younger. Some of them are 17. Yeah,
and they'll
so they
probably
won't
be like,
know.
oh, who does she think she is?
And I know that that's absolutely what they were thinking and probably saying. So I had to just lay the law down.
Yeah, I
I
don't
just
blame
put them straight. But I don't want the parents to think it either, because I'm just sitting down a lot. It's do you know what? It's obviously going to be noticeable that I'm sitting down a lot.
Yeah.
I have done nothing but sit down the last 3 days, like, and just be boring. I've been boring, sitting down, and they are probably just going to think it's a bit weird.
Yeah. Maybe put them out their misery. So, you have, haven't you? Yeah, most of them.
Not the parents.
Oh, no, sorry. I was on about you.
I just mean the parents are going to twig 'cause usually I'm running around with the kids.
Yeah, I think maybe you need to put them out their misery before they think that you're terminally ill.
I don't think they think I'm terminally ill. I think they're going to think I just hate my job, which I don't. They're just going to be like, God, she's sick of it here.
No.
But I just don't know how to tell them.
I feel like pregnant people give off a vibe that they're pregnant, so I think they probably know. And the fact that you've had that they've been having them conversations today.
I think some of them know. I think the ones that see me, because some of these parents don't see me every week.
Yeah.
The ones that see me every week, I think they know. I think the ones that see me every week knew when I was sick. The first few weeks when I was feeling poorly, because I kept having days off. I kept not coming down and playing with the kids. I kept staying in the office, and my manager would have to be like, oh, Tyler's just not very well. And they'd be like, and then I'd come down and they'd be like, oh, are you feeling better? And I'd be like, I'd look horrific. And I'd be like, no, I'm just not very well. I'm going to go back upstairs now. And then they'd be like, oh, every time they see me, be like, how are you? Feeling better? And I'd be like, no. And then I'd have another day off.
And the thing is as well, they know that if you was ill, you wouldn't be around their kids.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that. And I'm pretty sure I tried to sneak a ginger biscuit when I had morning sickness, and one of the parents saw me, and I'm thinking, and I thought, she's got 5 children. She knows exactly what I mean.
knows.
Ginger biscuits.
Yeah.
I thought because then she said to me, you're right, you've not been yourself recently. And I was like, I'm fine. I'm just tired and just not great. And I blamed it on hormones, because obviously the PCOS. I was like, oh, because some of the parents know that I have it. And I was like, oh, it's the PCOS. But as soon as she saw me get that ginger biscuit, I thought
100%.
I tried to do it really sneaky, and I like saw, and she like looked at me, and I thought, she fucking knows.
She's on to you.
She's got 5 kids, of course she knows why I'm
She's
eating a
on to
ginger
you.
biscuit. She's never seen me eat one before.
Guys, you need to put your guesses in. What do you think Tyler is having? Of course she's having a baby, but is she having a boy or a girl?
I'm telling you right now, I'm having a girl. And
I said girl.
I've not had a scan yet. I don't know. I've not had the confirmation. But I feel it in my bones. I dream about it. I just know it. As soon as I fell pregnant, I was like, this is a girl.
Oh, I said to you, didn't I? I think girl. I think we
And
got a little baby in orbit.
And yeah, and I swear to God, it's a girl. It's going to be a girl.
She's going to call it Demi.
No, I'm not. But I am going to book a private, the gender scans for 15 weeks, which is in like 2 weeks. And I will announce what it is. Like
I said,
I'll be saying what it is.
I want to do a cupcake or something reveal on here, so I find out and you guys find out.
Yeah.
Because I'm really excited. I don't know who's more excited, to be honest.
I think maybe me.
Yeah, definitely takes that spot.
I just don't. I don't bounce up and down on my chair.
I'm just that annoying friend, like, yay, someone's
like,
finally having a baby. Yay. Join the baby crew.
Yay. No, I'm very excited. I'm a little anxious about the house situation.
Obviously, that's normal.
Because of the renovation. But
I just think the whole situation is, like, scary anyway. Like, yes, it's really exciting and, you know, those that want babies, it's what we dream of having, but it doesn't take away the fact that it's a big life-changing situation, and it is scary, and
I wasn't prepared for it. I did not think that I would be having a baby yet, so I mean, it's my own fault for not being safe. I'm very aware of that, but like, it just wasn't what I thought was going to happen yet.
Yeah, and they're usually the best ways anyway.
Well, it did.
We
take
don't do
me
it right over here.
It took me a couple of weeks to kind of like process it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my fucking God, I'm gonna get fat.
And let's
my life's
normalise
gonna
that,
change.
please, because
yeah, I've cried over the fact that my body's gonna change.
Yeah, and we should normalise that, because that doesn't take away the fact that we think we know how lucky we are that our bodies can do that, obviously, because there are women out there that can't. And we understand that, but also it is frightening. It is scary.
It is
Your body is
scary.
going to change. Your whole life's going to change.
Mhm.
You're about to look after a human. You're about to be responsible of something. And I remember my first pregnancy, Nelly was a surprise, and I was 20. And I was always really petite. I've always been a size 4/6. And I just got really big with Nelly. I really bloomed. And I hated my body. I hated it, and I'm not afraid to say that now. I had one bump picture, and that was because a friend said to me, "Oh, please show me your bump."
Oh wow.
And I had one, and that was it. And then after, I thought, "Oh, I wish I loved that. I wish I did." But I didn't. I'm not gonna lie, I
I
didn't.
think that's normal because, like, I'd got to a point where I liked my body and I was really fit.
Yeah.
And I was like as slim as I wanted to be, and like I bought loads of new clothes because everything, like, I had the body that I like was happy with, and now I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have that.
But
body.
everything changed. My boobs aren't the same anymore. You know, I lost my
Your
weight.
hormones are
Yeah,
gonna
but you will still
fluctuate.
have your hip and whatever. And I was really lucky, really, with Nelly, because I didn't get stretch marks, which I was quite happy about. But then the second time I fell pregnant with Blair, I loved my body. I really embraced it more because I thought, it's okay. It will go back. It will take time,
Yeah.
but it will go back, and I'm just going to enjoy it. And I definitely enjoyed it more the second time. But it is scary.
Of course.
It's really scary because I remember people saying, "Oh, but pregnancy is a beautiful thing. You got a lovely bump. You don't feel well." Some people do. I didn't feel beautiful. My skin was itchy. I had hot sweats. I was irritable. My hair was falling out. It was frizzier than ever. My body was growing in ways. I didn't feel beautiful.
Which doesn't take away from the fact that you were happy you're having a baby and you love your
Yeah.
baby, but it's like my skin is so bad, and like I'm very itchy.
Yeah.
The itchiness is driving me
It's the stretching
insane.
of everything, isn't it?
It's all
like,
here and
oh.
all on my lower back and all like around my hips. I am just scratching.
Yeah.
And I get and I'm so happy that I'm pregnant. Don't get me wrong. I'm so happy that I'm gonna have a baby. But there are just like little hurdles where I'm like, oh God, that's
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have this small human. I've never had one before. I'm terrified to give birth. Absolutely terrified.
The only good thing I will say about that is, and I hate to be that person that's like, been there, done that kind of thing, but you get to a point, and you will, and you'll look at me and you'll be like, damn,
I'm
I
at the
cannot
point.
wait to get this baby out. Because I'm really needlephobic. I hate hospitals, like the dentist, everything freaks me out. And I kept thinking, how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
How on earth am I going to do this? I feel sick. I was passing out every time I had my bloods done. But your body gets to a point that it's that tired and you're that big that you're like,
Get it
just
out.
get it out. I don't care how. I don't care where.
Oh, okay.
Just get this baby out.
That gives me more faith because
So
I am so
you'll,
scared.
yeah.
I'm so
That's
scared.
understandable. And you know what? The whole time I felt, like I said, I'm needlephobic. So the whole time I was like, ugh. But I got to that point. I was like, I'm not sleeping. I'm itchy. Get this baby out.
Oh, I'm so. Oh.
But yeah, the worst thing for me, I think, is that, like, I don't feel like mums talk about this enough. But when you're pregnant, you have kind of got that beauty about you because you're pregnant. You've got a bump, and
Yeah.
even though you feel, everyone looks at you, and it's just lovely, isn't it, to see a woman with a bump, and it's just like beautiful, natural, whatever. And then you first have your baby, and of course you're not bothered about your body. Everything's still swollen. It's still,
Yeah.
and it still looks different because obviously you've had the baby, so your belly's not completely gone down, but you're watching it go down gradually. So you're kind of like, okay, it's going back to the way it was, and you know, you have that glow about you still. But then I would say about 3 to 4 weeks after is where, as they call it, finding your pink. You really struggle. Well, I did. And it's because your body's then kind of gone back to what it's now going to be, its new self, if you like.
The hormones are.
The hormones are
regulating.
subsiding, and your hair's starting to fall out. If you don't breastfeed, your boobs have obviously gone back to normal. If you do breastfeed, your boobs have gotten used to how much milk to produce, so they're not as big, they're not as engorged or whatever. And you're now left with this new sense of you. you've got to learn how to dress. You've got to learn how to deal with these springing out baby hairs. And I think that for me was the bit that I struggled with the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it was like finding myself again. What clothes are now going to start suiting me? Because in your head, even though you might go back to the same size, you start dressing mum appropriate, if you like. For me, I'm not saying you're going to be the same.
No, but
That was
I've already thought about this. I'm like, fuck, what am I going to wear? What am I going to...
It's funny,
and
isn't
I
it?
really struggle with what to wear anyway.
Yeah.
Fashion, not my thing. Fucking struggle with it. I can't cope with it. I don't ever know what to wear. I don't understand what looks nice. I don't get it. It's like not on my radar.
Do you know the best piece of advice my mother-in-law ever gave me? Right. I kept struggling with this, and I kept trying to wear clothes that I would wear prior to Nelly, and I'd be like, I look horrendous, and I was going for the same type of clothes. And she said to me, you need to home in on what you don't like. So, for instance, I hate the tops of my arms. So I can wear a t-shirt, but little strappy cami tops is a no for me, because I feel like I'm quite wide, that it's just too small. And I started getting dresses that were like cami tops, or like not supporting the boobs or whatever. And she was like, you need to focus on what you don't like. No, you need to think about what you don't like and start focusing on what you do like. So now I will always think, right, you don't like your arms. So when I look at clothes, I'll be like, well, no, because there's going to be a lot of arm on show there. And it's really helped me, because rather than getting upset at clothes all the time, I now avoid them options, because I instantly know I'm not going to like that.
You're not going to like it.
I'm not going to like it. So I might go long top and a skirt.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not that bothered about my legs. I've got like quite muscly legs. So I'm not bothered about showing them off.
Yeah.
And I now put people's eyes in places that I don't mind them looking at, kind of thing.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And I think it's really helped me, honestly. I think since looking at it like that, I'm like, yeah, that works. Like, I won't buy backless things because I need the support of a bra. So what's the point in me going to try and buy something that I can't wear a bra with? It's not happening. You're number one.
Right, now you can understand why I'm yawning all the time. Fucking knackered.
Yeah, that's
Growing a
exactly
human.
why.
That's why I'm always yawning, by the way.
We were laughing at the start of this because we were like, we're two tired humans today.
Oh,
We
so
look like
tired.
tired girls in orbit.
Yeah. I just want to sleep.
So yeah, that is pretty much what we've been up to.
Well, no, that's not all we've been up to.
Houses.
'Cause
I went to an event. Is that what we're on about?
No, I'm talking about you got a house.
Oh yes, guys. I got a house. I have got a house.
That's like really big news, and you're
It
just
is.
like, you just said houses, and you're like, what?
Do you know why? Because we did genuinely plan to tell you guys last week that I got the house and Tyler was pregnant, and then obviously I got ill and we couldn't announce it. So I feel like we've already announced it, but we haven't. So I have got a lovely 4-bedroom house. I'm really excited about it, and it doesn't need any work at all. It is ready to go. It is beautiful.
Ready to live in. It's stunning.
And yeah, I am so excited.
But she's leaving our little... What is this? A town?
Yeah, I'm leaving the town.
She's leaving the town.
Which is a bit sad. I am really sad about that. Really sad. But I'm not going to get this house round here.
No, this is an expensive town.
It's not going to...
That's why I've had to get a renovation project. It's probably the
Do
only
you know
way I can
what
get a
as
house
well,
here.
though? I also think when I've seen houses like what I've gone for, it's not... There's always something been missing. Like, there's always been just like... As you know, I've been... losing out on something that I had to categorise.
Well, this house has got everything
that I wanted.
It's just in a different location, but it's only 10 minutes away.
It is. Literally,
Only
we timed
literally
it.
10 minutes. Did you time it?
Yeah.
It's literally 10 minutes down the road. Like,
So, yeah.
it's not far, and it's got everything you want. So
And
why
it's still
not?
a really good area, so
Why
it's
not?
exciting. It's going to take me 10 minutes in the morning to get Nelly to school. And
Probably
stuff.
more because school
So
morning
this
traffic.
is why I need to be a stay-at-home mom.
School morning traffic is not going to be your friend.
Oh, no.
It will not take you 10 minutes.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. And I also got invited to an event with Boohoo, which was incredible. Like, it was everything and more. And do you know why? since starting this journey, I always said I wanted to do this to network, to meet new people, to go to events, because I think I flourish in that area. I just feel like I blossom, and that is my area. I just love meeting people. And honestly, before I even got into the event, I walked in with like 15 people. Because I just spoke to everyone that I met that I thought was going to the Boohoo event. And like when I seen people outside this building, I was like, you going to the Boohoo event? And they were like, yeah. And I also went with 2 girls that I didn't even know. I just popped up to them and was like, I've seen you all going to the event. Can I come with you? And we've now become really good friends. So honestly, I loved it. I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was amazing.
It's really cute.
So yeah, that's all been going on
That's
behind
exciting.
the scenes. Have
Very
you heard
exciting.
any more about your house?
Just waiting for some more inquiries, which they said could take a couple of weeks, and then my survey is booked for the 25th, but it shouldn't be long now. But when we spoke to them last week, they said oh, it shouldn't be long now because it's just searches inquiries. Our survey, which obviously it's private, it's not to do with the solicitors and things. And then it's just completing and exchanging, so it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully we're in it. I'm hoping by the end of May. Not in it, I mean just got the keys. We won't be living in it yet, because then at least we've got time to do the renovation.
Yeah. Exciting.
But we're just gonna bash out the renovation. There are some things we're not gonna do. Like I really wanted like all new windows, all new doors. They can wait.
Yeah.
They can wait. I've made a list, and like there are things that I'm going to sacrifice for now.
Tom's had to sit Tyler down and go, Tyler, we're going to have to wait. Tyler's head's probably fell off. I can imagine how this conversation went.
And you know what? It was all fine. It was all fine until I found out I was pregnant. And then we were like, oh shit, this is going to be a really expensive year for us.
Yeah.
It's going to be really crazy. And we're going to move into a house. I was like, so excited to move into a house, get a dog. I'm not saying that I'm not excited to have a baby, but like I thought, yeah, we're gonna have this house and we're gonna live in it, and
like
then
nights with just you two. Not gonna happen.
Not gonna
we
happen.
don't do things in half, don't we? We really
like,
don't.
Oh yeah, just doing 2 big things that you do in your life like all at once.
So exciting that, honestly.
But honestly, I swear to God, because we weren't going to start viewing houses until like March, April. We said we'll view houses in 2025, March, April time.
I remember this conversation.
And then January came and we were like, should we start looking at houses? And then one came up for sale or something. And then that's why we started looking. And I was pregnant. And then, but I didn't know. And then, we saw this renovation and I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. And then I was like, oh, actually, I love the house. I love the location. It's where I want to be. It's cheaper because it's reno. Yeah, let's get it. And then I find out, and then I get, as soon as we viewed that house, I started feeling sick.
Oh, how cute.
We viewed the house on the Friday at 4:00. On the Saturday about 1 p.m, I started getting my morning sickness.
I absolutely love how the universe
And I think
works.
that was meant to, because if I knew I was pregnant, and then we were like, so if I found out I was pregnant, we would have just rushed and brought any house.
Yeah.
A house that we probably wouldn't have loved. And I love this house. And although it's going to be quite scary doing the whole renovation thing, and it's going to be a rush, once it's done, it's done.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we'll be in it and it's fine. And because when I told like some people, like I'm pregnant, they were like, what are you going to do about the house? I was like, I'm still fucking keeping it. I still want this house. Like, there's a
the
reason.
thing is, like, trends and the way we do and decorate our house changes all the time. Like, I am so ready to change the way my house looks right now because it's been like it for a while, but I'm moving, so there is no point. So even if you do your house up, by the time you're ready to start redoing it anyway, baby's going to be old enough for you to start doing work on it again. So it's perfect, really.
I think some people just expected me to pull out of the house and go get a house that's ready to move into. But no, because I want this house. And I think something was making me not feel sick until I wanted this house.
Aww.
Because literally I viewed it, said I loved it, said I wanted it, said I was happy to do the renovation. Then I felt sick. Then I put an offer in on it. Then I found out I was pregnant.
Honestly, love.
That was meant to be the
universe,
timeline.
yes.
I don't care what anyone says.
That butterfly thing is
that was meant to be the timeline, because if it wasn't, we would be living somewhere where we don't want to live.
Interestingly, I feel like a similar thing happened to me and Con because we were adamant we weren't going to look outside of this town. We were adamant that wasn't going to happen. And then we just so happened to look a little bit further out, like literally 10 minutes, the next town along. And we went and viewed one and we were like adamant, no.
Oh, did you
No.
already view one there?
Yeah, we were like, no,
Oh.
we're definitely not moving just because we just love where we are. We love it. We just, yeah. The area was similar to this one, but we were just like, no, for ease. It's down the road, school's down the road, work's down the road, whatever. And then on the 26th of March was Con's birthday. And we put our house up on the 26th of March. And on the 26th of March, this house went up.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
So I showed it to Con because the reason why me and Con decided that we were going to actually start moving into houses was because a house literally, if I point there, literally there, went up for sale. And I loved it. It kicked my backside into gear to go, no, we need to put the house up for the market because it had a blue garage and I loved it. I just loved the way it looked.
Yeah.
And it had a bit of green that I could put Christmas and Easter decorations and Halloween decorations, which has always been like a goal of mine. And then obviously space for the car.
Yeah.
So it was a dream house for me. Within 24 hours, the house sold. I was devastated. So that kicked us into gear to go, right, as long as our house is on the market, we can kind of,
You can.
yeah, if that ever happens again. So on the 26th of March, Connor's birthday, our house went up. This house went up. And I said to Con, should we just view it? It has a blue drive, a blue garage. It has a bit of green and it has
Oh.
space for the car, space for 3 cars. And I was like, I know we said we wouldn't move, but let's view it. We viewed it. And as soon as we walked in,
When you sent
was
me
the
the
one.
photo, when you were like, oh, but it's not here, and I was like, show it me. I was like, does it really matter if it's not here? Like, that's,
honestly, like,
it's got
The-
everything you wanted.
yeah. And the fact that, I know it sounds really silly, but the fact that it had the blue garage as well, like, that was a reason we started selling, was because we found a house that we thought we want that. And it went in 24 hours. And now I've basically got it, but on a bigger scale.
On a bigger scale, just in a different place.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, yeah.
Because it's not like you're moving really far.
No, exactly.
Oh,
So,
it's all happening. It's
all
so
happening
exciting.
over here.
I feel like such a grown up.
I know, tell me about it. You guys this week asked for embarrassing stories.
You
And didn't you stump us with this one?
Oh,
You
my
did?
God. Because let me tell you, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what embarrassing story to
Honestly.
tell you. I'm not saying that I've never been embarrassed before, but I can't think of a time where I've been embarrassed off the top of my head. Not even off the top of my head. I've been thinking really hard about this, and I don't have memories in my mind. And anything that I did come up with, it's really just not funny enough to talk about.
Do you know what? I actually thought about this, and I do think that when you're embarrassed and you're that embarrassed, you bury it deep into your brain that it's basically disappeared. Because 2 really embarrassing stories of mine came up that I must have sat for about a week and a half thinking, I'm the same as Tyler. I've literally got nothing embarrassing to say, like nothing at all. And luckily enough, you guys saved us because you sent in quite a few.
Oh, that's good.
And I just sat there and I thought, I've got nothing.
But have you got something now?
I've actually got something.
Oh, I'm a disappointment. I have nothing.
So-
But I've got baby brain. I can't think.
That's fine. Once the baby's here and you've had some embarrassing moment, we will reconvene and you can tell us something about your birth or something.
Oh, yeah. Something gross.
So, one I feel like has happened to most of us. I obviously have polycystic ovaries. I believe I've had this for the longest time because in school, number 3,
I'm on a yawn roll today. Today's a tired day.
in school I was always looking like I was pregnant. Anywho, I came on my period in school, right? Now, this would have been the most humiliating time of my life had this boy not have been such a gentleman. So, the boy that was in my class, in my form, was the popular boy of our year group. Everyone fancied him. I spoke about him before. I didn't. Everyone did. He was the boy. And I'm
The
sitting
boy.
next to him in DT, and I go to stand up because it's time for us to go and do some DT after the teacher demonstrates. There is a puddle of blood
Oh, this has happened to
on
me.
my seat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's drenched. My trousers have soaked through, and as I've stood up, you know where you see water move? It moved on the chair. So I've literally gone, sat back down. He noticed.
No
He
way.
noticed straight away, and I was like, what do I do here? Oh my God. And I looked at the teacher, must have been as white as a ghost, and I was like, I've got my period. And she was like, oh. It wasn't just the period, it was that bad. Every time I walked, blood just followed me. It was that heavy. I couldn't go to school. Anyhow, bless him, he gave me his jacket to wrap round
And
me.
how old would you have been?
Year 7, so that's what.
That's so sweet that someone, like a boy that age, like 12.
Yeah, it must have been. And honestly, like, it was a designer jacket that he was happy for me to put round my backside that was clearly going to get blood on it. But he was like, no, have it.
That's really nice.
And I think the most embarrassing bit of it was, obviously, I then had to go to triage in school and say, oh, come on, I need trousers. The chair?
Did they not send you home?
They did, yeah.
I was going to say, I
But
got
they
sent
obviously
home.
give me some trousers first. But someone cleaned that chair up.
Oh my God, I actually have. I've had a similar experience, but so I didn't start my. I did start my period at school, but like I already had periods, and my periods were extremely heavy, and I used to just not go to school. I used to have to go to the toilet every 15 minutes, blah blah blah. And then I didn't realise I used to wear like 3 pairs of pants, like big pants, loads of like, oh, it was ridiculous. And I bled on the chair. And I was sat next to my boyfriend at the time. I was in like year 9.
Oh.
And nobody knew that I'd bled on this chair. I went to stand up. I felt the like wet as soon as I went to stand up, and I sat back down. And I started crying, and I pretended that I was really upset. It was like kind of real cry, kind of like I need to get out of this situation somehow. And I said to all my friends and stuff like, oh, like I'll meet you outside in a second. The teacher was busy over there. I didn't tell anyone that I bled on this chair. I stood up. I took my jumper off. I stood up, quickly wrapped my jumper around and shoved the chair under the table. And this is absolutely horrific. And I just walked out. And I walked straight to reception. I didn't go see any of my friends. I walked straight to reception and I said, I need you to call my mum. And they were like, why? And I was like, I'm bleeding everywhere. And they were like, okay. And that was it. I went home.
Do you know
what? No teacher came and spoke to me about it. Nobody asked it. Someone. And do you know what? The most horrific part about this, look, I was a child. I was like, 13? I was so scared of what anyone was going to say to me. And I just know that the next class came in and someone pulled that chair out and there was blood in it. I just fucking know that that's what would have happened because nobody knew that I'd bled on the chair. I didn't tell anybody.
And then the next week they were looking for who sat in that seat.
Oh, and it was probably of it. The staff probably knew it was me
Yeah.
because they would have said to the teacher in the lesson before who was sat there. He would have said me. Also, it was a male teacher. I didn't want to tell him, and I didn't like him. He was a bit of a prick. And then I went home because I'd bled everywhere. So I went to
School's a
reception.
funny place,
So I
isn't it?
thought, I was so scared. I did not want to tell the teacher. Do you know what? I didn't even trust that he would make me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
He was the kind of teacher that would probably like take the piss out of me. I don't know. He was a fucking knobhead. And my boyfriend at the time was a knobhead. So I was like, I don't trust anyone I was with in this room. I was like, I just need to go home.
And in all fairness, you might not have actually have known. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
But I did know. But I was just like, do you know what? Because it was break time. So I said to after this class, it was break time. So I said to my friends, I'll come and find you. And I just went home. And then they were all asking me where I was. And I said that I was sick. I said that I went to the toilet and I'd been sick and I had to go home. But I literally went to and when I went to reception, it was a male. And I went, can I speak to a woman? I was like, and he was like, why did you speak to a woman? I was like, bitch. I was like,
do you want to know about the insides of my vagina?
I
right
literally
now?
was like, I want to speak to a woman. And then he got the woman and I was just like, help me. But luckily we only lived like 5 minutes away and my mum was not doing anything. So she was there like that. And and then after that, I never went to school when I was on my period because it would happen to me every single time if I went to school.
I'm hoping now that like something has come about girls on their period at school because
they don't let you go to the toilet though.
That's what I mean. So this isn't a girl.
It wasn't
this
as
is
strict
Khan,
when I was at school.
Con's mum texted him the once while I was in class saying, "Are you okay?" And Con told me this story. Like, he would be better right here, right now, to tell you it, because it's that funny when
Bring him in.
when he tells it. Honestly. And his mum texts him saying, "Are you okay?" And he texts back saying, "No, Mum, I need your help. I really need the toilet, and the teacher won't let me go." Like, I think he said, "I'm about to shit myself." I think. So his mum rang up the school to say, "You better let my son go to the toilet. Like, it is a human right to go to the toilet. He needs a toilet. Let him go." So a letter must have got sent down to his class, and he had this teacher, Con said, that was a bit of a knob, and he read the letter and laughed. So read it out to the class and said, "Connor, your mum's just rang. She said you need to go to the toilet. Off you go." And really embarrassed him.
See,
And Con was fuming
this is
with
what
his
I mean.
mum for ringing up and like having a go, because he got that embarrassed, and the teacher embarrassed him that much in front of all of his friends. He got the shit took out of him for like mummy ringing up. "Oh, you need the toilet, do you?" You can imagine it, couldn't you?
But this is what I mean. My teacher, I
Yeah.
feel like he would be the kind of person to announce that I bled on the fucking chair. This is why I don't trust some teachers, because why are they like that?
I know, like, seriously.
My manager said that at her son's school, he's in like year 8 or something. At her son's school, they lock the toilets.
I've heard
During-
this. This
They're
is
like
a
really
thing.
strict on toilet,
Yeah.
and you have to have like permission. You have to have you have to go in break times. You have to. I'm sorry. I know that like people gather in the toilets, and sometimes the toilets become a mean place. But just fucking monitor it better.
Yeah.
If you need the toilet, I used to have a lot of teachers say, "No, you can't go to the toilet." But I would just walk out and go. But now you can't because they lock them.
And when I was younger, the toilets used to be that disgusting. I physically wouldn't go to the toilet at school. I refused.
really?
Refused. They were vile.
Mine weren't like that. Mine were quite nice.
The like girls getting their blood and just smearing it across the rank. That I ended up with water infections constantly. I messed my bladder up and got scarring on my bladder for having that many UTIs from holding my wee in all day at school and going when I was at home.
I actually can't believe that schools do it.
It's horrendous, because you know what, I used to think about this when I worked in a school. I was like, oh no, so like what happens if I need the toilet? Because in schools they don't let you go. No, the teachers go. They get their teaching assistant, or they get someone from the corridor or whoever, and they go, "You just stand in a second, I need the toilet," and they go. It's clear the children that are taking the mick, but like you said, monitor them. Go stand outside the toilet, not physically in the toilets, but outside the toilet, monitor it.
Yeah.
There's no reason why children shouldn't be going to the toilet.
The children should absolutely. Anyway,
So that was embarrassing story number 1. My second one.
There you go. I did have an embarrassing story.
Yeah, there you go. Is actually hideous.
Oh, is this your other one?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I got a ingrowing hair on my mini. Right. Like right on
Vagina.
on there. And at the time, me and my boyfriend was always really joking. I was like, "No, I've got a spot on my mini." Like,
was it like in the pubic area or like
not on my lip.
on your?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, "Ew." And we were winding each other up and whatever, and he was like, "No, it can't be that bad." I was like, "No, it's painful. Like it's quite big. It's an ingrown hair. It's like another head." I took a picture really closely of my vagina, right, to show him that I had a spot on my mini, because you know, like, it's not like I was sending a nude or anything. It was just my boyfriend. I was like, "No, look at this spot."
Yeah.
Right. So it was a proper close up. I sent it to my friend. No, I'm not even joking. You cannot write this shit.
Oh my fucking god!
I sent it to my friend, and it wasn't even like a cute vagina prick. It wasn't like, "Oh, she's got a cute mini."
There's a picture
it
of
was
her
like,
lips and a fucking big huge spot.
honestly. And her mum was on her phone, and her mum went, "Oh, Demi's texture."
No.
Opened it.
No.
Right,
no,
was like,
no.
What the fuck? Threw her phone.
No.
So then
please,
she grabbed the
Lord.
phone, seen this picture.
I
Her
can't.
mum was adamant we were lesbians. She was like, "Why is your friend sending you a nude?" My friend found it hilarious, but she's the type of friend you don't want that to happen to. You don't leave that shit down. Like, out of all my friends, I really wish it didn't go to her. Could you imagine? So when her mum seen me,
Oh my god, her mum's
It was
seen your
horrendous.
spot on your vagina.
yeah, her mum seen the whole inside of my vagina and what goes on up there. I'm telling you,
Holy
it was
shit.
that close.
Holy
Yeah, so
shit.
as you can imagine, I deeply buried that. in a box that should never have been opened. And when you guys asked for this, I was like, oh my God, I do have an embarrassing story. Because this friend takes the mick out of me all the time. And let it be known, I did not tell my friend that the reason why I took the picture was because I had a spot. She actually thought I was sending a nude to my boyfriend, because I thought, if I tell you it's because I've got a huge spot on my mini, you are going to rip the shit out of me even more. Like, let's just kill it. Let's just not even
Let's
go
just let her
down
think I
there.
was sending a nude.
Yeah.
That is actually much better than, although not a great angle for like a nude. I don't know, that's a weird nude, but
No, it was horrendous.
it's a much better path to take.
Horrendous. Like, I think she's
That's
seen more of
horrific.
my mini than I have.
That's
And her mum
absolutely
opened
horrific.
it. Her mum.
You actually can't actually write that. Like, you can't.
But what made me feel better is you guys. Because some of the stories you've got, no, I just can't. So,
Come on.
my boyfriend's mum walked in on us whilst he was going down on me. And yes, she knew exactly what was going on.
Oh.
She felt that awkward.
Why did they just walk into the room?
Oh no. She felt that awkward. She didn't know what to do. She paused and then carried on with what she wanted to say anyway.
Oh my God.
I want to know, right, in this situation, did your boyfriend stay there?
Oh
Right.
my God. Oh,
Or
did he
did
pop
he-
his head back up? What do you
I'm
want, Mum? I'm busy.
Oh no.
Don't, because
No,
that's
no, no.
what's better in that scenario? Because
Just stay down there.
just stay down there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck off.
I wouldn't be able to walk back in that house again.
Oh my God.
Imagine his mum has froze and gone,
But why is she just walking into the room? Why is there no knocking? You know, when Tom's at my house, my parents never even come to my room.
Yeah.
They don't even knock to come in. They just don't.
yeah, because
Just leave me
also,
alone.
do you ever think, right, or when, obviously I've moved out for a long time now, but when you have sex, it's hot, isn't it? Like, the room automatically becomes a bit warm unless you
Yeah.
open the window. So then, like, when your parent walks in, do they get that, like,
Oh, they can smell it, feel it. You get hit with it. I am telling you now, there's no way someone
hit
is
with
in
it.
my room, right? My room in my house. It's not huge. It's not small.
I'm
I've
dead.
got a double bed in there and stuff, but it gets stuffy in there when we're not having sex.
Yeah.
So when we have,
Oh,
I think it's obvious.
see.
But my mum would, if any time I've ever had a boyfriend at my house, not that I've had many. I've only ever took 2 boys home. I don't like the whole taking boys to my house thing. She's never ever came and knocked on my door.
I love that.
She just leaves me be up there. If she needs me, she texts me.
yeah, I
Like,
love
she
that.
genuinely just leaves us alone. Tom's
Especially
dad
now that you're older.
Tom's dad will never, ever, ever knock on our door. He'll never come into the room if we're there. Like, if he needs anything, he'll shout up if he needs Tom. But we get left alone. I
Yeah.
can never understand anyone that just walks into there. And I've never been with somebody where their parent walks in either. I don't
Oh, I
get
have.
it. Boundaries. No, I've not.
My ex's mum was that weird, like, for a very, very long time.
She the one that came on your date?
She literally would not let me upstairs. And then when we were upstairs, it was door open. I mean, we were old enough to have sex at this point, but no, this isn't happening. And then, like, used to just come in and sit on the bed and...
No, see, I've never
Yeah.
experienced this.
Oh,
I've never been with someone that's got a weird parent like that. I don't get it.
cringe. Right, there's actually a very similar one as well. So, I was having sex and my boyfriend's mum and 2-year-old... This is worse. This is...
Oh no.
My boyfriend's mum and 2-year-old brother came in and sat on the bed.
Oh,
we
no.
were fully naked
Oh,
under
God.
the quilt, and his brother hopped under the quilt, got into bed with us.
No.
Whilst his mum was chatting away, I was mortified.
But as the mum, this is what I don't get. How do you go in and see them in the bed and... I don't get it.
Honestly, I can
I
say
think they
that
do it
would
on
have been
purpose.
something that would have happened to me had ever that happened.
But
She would
why
have
do
been
they
like
think
that.
that's okay? Just don't go in the room, for God's sake.
Yeah, because what do you expect them to do? Sit on the floor?
But especially if you did go in, accidentally went in and forgot about knocking or whatever, but you seen them in the bed, you would not let the child jump in the bed. You'd be like, oh, like, I'm going. Like, sorry for coming in.
Yeah.
Or you'd just, like, say something and then leave. Like, I'll never get it.
No,
I'll never
I
get
won't.
it. Boundaries,
I
people.
won't.
Boundaries. You're weird if you want to even catch your fucking child in the act.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's going to happen. You can't stop
It's
it
gonna
from
happen.
happening. And if you want to stop it,
You know they're
you
in the
can't,
bedroom.
because they're only going to go and do it in the woods or do it in a car or whatever. It's
Exactly.
going to happen. I'd rather it happen
But
under my
if
roof.
you know that your child has got their boyfriend or girlfriend round and they're upstairs in the bedroom with the door closed, and you know that they get in the bed, you fucking know they're having sex.
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing when you walk in that room, and that to
Oh.
me is fucking tapped. You
Yeah, because
you
not
are
only
wanting
that,
to
right.
catch your child have sex.
Stop it.
Okay, even if you don't like the thought of them having sex, just pretend they're not.
Yeah.
Just fucking don't walk in.
I know. Because not only that, if you're
Can't.
under the quilt, you can clearly see that they've got no clothes on. My bra
Yeah.
straps have disappeared. Like,
Yeah.
I've got nothing here.
And it looks
You've literally
obvious.
got
Your hair's probably a mess.
Yeah.
Your makeup's probably ran onto your eye. Like, it's probably really fucking obvious.
2-year-old got into the bed.
And then you've let your 2-year-old get in the bed. That mum knew what was going on.
Oh, no.
And I'm telling you, I don't get
I'm
it.
really sorry that happened to you because, quite frankly, I'd have PTSD.
Do you know
Get
what?
out.
I swear to God, I'll never be a parent that doesn't respect my kids' boundaries like
Right,
that.
I feel like I need to leave this one till last because, honestly, it's that mortifying. It made me feel physically sick when I read it.
Shit.
So the next one, we'll move on from that. I went to a wedding and brought a pattern dress, thinking, brilliant, that's a perfect dress, far from the colour white and a safe choice. Amazing. I'm standing in the altar, the bridesmaids start descending, and guess what? I'm wearing the fucking same dress as the bridesmaids.
No.
The exact same dress. And now I'm at a wedding dressed as a bridesmaid.
No. How does that even happen? Most bridesmaid dresses are plain. No.
Do you know what though? In saying that, it's a hard one, isn't it? Because some people do just buy a dress off ASOS and like go, oh yeah, that can do as a bridesmaid. But imagine,
Ooh, that's really freaky. I'm going to a wedding in August, and
ask them what they're gonna be.
do you know what I was looking at dresses the other day, and I saw this really lovely like blue floral one, and I was going to buy it. It was on Vinted because obviously I'm going to have to buy one to accommodate for my bump. So I was like, I'm not buying anything brand new. And then I went to buy it, and then I realised that it was actually white with blue on it. And I thought, I can't buy a dress that's even got remotely a piece of white on it, just in case somebody judges me. But then I thought, what colour are the bridesmaids going to be wearing? What colour dress do I get? Because if I wear pink, the bridesmaid's going to be in pink. If I get blue, the bridesmaid's going to be in blue. If I get a green dress, the bridesmaid's going to be in green. I don't know what to do.
There is nothing worse either. Like at this Boohoo event, we were told ideally wear Boohoo. And then it's that idea, isn't it, that you're in the same outfit as someone. That is embarrassing
Yeah.
anyway. Like when you go to the shop and you and a girl you don't even know them, but they've got the same dress on. You're like, oh my God. Of course it's going to happen. But to go to a wedding with photographers and like if
That's
you don't
horrific.
know the couple, you're obviously going to, well, you know the couple, but like if you don't know them well enough to know who all their friends are, you would probably think she was a bridesmaid. I think I'd just have to own it. I think I'd stay out of the
leave.
professional
I
photos.
think I'd run away.
Yeah, get
I'd
someone
be
to
like,
bring you a dress.
I think I would have to do some sort of switcheroo.
Yeah.
I would have to do. I couldn't stay the entire wedding in that dress. I'd have to sneak out after the ceremony
Yeah.
so the bride didn't see me. Do some sort of switcheroo. I'd probably walk out during the ceremony.
I also
sneak
think
off.
it's
ring
contextual,
someone.
isn't it? Like, depends how they made her feel. Like, did they make a joke of it and, like, make her feel really comfortable about the situation? Did no one acknowledge it?
Even
Did
if
people
somebody
take the
made me
piss?
feel comfortable, I wouldn't feel
Oh,
comfortable.
Yeah. I'd have to be like, Mom, bring me a dress.
I
For real.
and genuinely, I don't know what to do about this wedding I'm going to. What the fuck do I wear? I'm so scared. And it's Tom's friend who's getting married.
Ask
I
them
don't-
what the colour theme is.
But I don't know them. I don't know the brides that well.
Just say, what colour are the bridesmaids wear? Just get Tom
But then
to
I'm going to have to
text.
get Tom to ask them because I don't
Yeah.
have her social media or
Get
anything.
Tom to message and say, Tyler's worried that she'll turn up in the same colour. What colour are
But
the
then
bridesmaids?
But then Tom will probably be like, you'd be overthinking it.
I had so many people message me that, honestly. I had
Oh,
so many,
really?
yeah. I had so many people asking me so that they knew what colour to avoid.
And what colour did your bridesmaids wear?
Like a sage green.
Yeah, see, I saw a sage green dress the other day and I thought, but
Very
bridesmaids
popular.
wear that.
Pink, baby blue, lemon. It's hard. Like, you could literally have all colours. That's a hard
I might
one.
actually have to get. I might get Tom to ask before I buy a dress because I'm going to be paranoid.
Yeah,
And then I'm
I
going to rock
would.
up to until I see those bridesmaids. I'm going to be like,
The next one, a funeral mishap. I was attending a funeral which specified we wear colours. So I booked the day off work. I booked the day off work and wore a blue suit and headed to where the funeral was being held. I'm running a bit late, so I sneak in the background and see everyone's wearing black.
Oh.
I'm thinking, oh, look, these Muppets didn't get the memo. Where's the colours? The coffin then starts coming through, and I
my fucking God,
realise...
he's not at the right funeral.
Yeah. I realise it says brother. I'm only at the wrong funeral, and the Muppet is actually me. The funeral I was meant to attend was actually a week later.
Oh my!
I'm sorry, that's not
God.
embarrassing. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
How did you even do that?
So it was the same day, but
and then
a
you got to
week
say
later.
to work, "Sorry, I need it off next week." So I went to the
Funeral's not
wrong.
this week.
Went to the wrong.
Imagine. At least you were. I feel like the fact you were late did you a favour.
Did you an absolute
Because
favour.
if you was one
although
of the
if he was
first-
on time, he would have
yeah,
realised
true.
that nobody he knew was there,
Yeah, true.
and he'd have been like,
And then we're all in black.
"Who are you? Who are you lot?" Whereas when you walk in the back, you don't really
Oh,
clock who's there,
God.
do you?
Oh,
So I don't know.
know.
At least if he got there and he saw everyone like outside first, he could have been like, "Oh shit, I'm in the wrong place," and he could have gone. He was
Yeah.
actually in the funeral.
That's hilarious. The most embarrassing thing has to be.
You nearly went embarrassing. You nearly said embarrassing.
Has to be when Demi does that. Has to be when you call your new partner your ex-partner's name, and I just so happen to do it during sex. Oh yeah.
I've never done it, but
I've called Connor my ex before when we were first started dating, and the only reason being was because, as I mentioned before, my ex was causing us drama, and we was talking about him and about sorting this drama out, and I managed to and call it him accidentally, but it wasn't during sex or anything. It wasn't embarrassing. It was just we were speaking about it, and
during sex, that would absolutely shatter me.
Oh
if
yeah.
Tom called me his ex's name during sex, I would be devastated. I don't know if I could get over
Especially
it.
straight away, I feel like I'd have to just edit. I feel like if you've just...
Yeah, if it's straight away... No, I don't know. If 4 years in, if you said it 4 years in, I'd be fucking
Oh
concerned.
yeah, that's worse. 100%.
I'd be, if it's at the start, I don't know, maybe they were still talking before you met. Like, I don't
Exactly,
know,
but
maybe...
if it is,
I
screaming his
dunno.
ex's name down my ear in like a sexual way,
I don't know.
I feel like I'd be like, are you even over her?
Yeah, either way, it's not good.
Ew.
It's not good at all.
Ew. Imagine. I actually watched something the other day. I don't even know what it was. But I do know what it was. It was Bump. I'm still watching it. And he accidentally said her name during sex, and the girl got turned on by it and said, keep calling it me.
What, said another girl's name?
Yeah. She got turned on by it.
Oh.
If you're into it.
Not knocking anybody's kinks.
Yeah.
I just...
Okay, we've
I
only
don't
got
get
a
it.
couple of more now. So, I went round to my new girlfriend's house to meet her parents. They invited me for dinner, so I'm sitting at the table with her brothers and parents eating a roast. I'm a naturally blushy guy, so when I'm nervous, I go pretty red. I only choked on a sprout. I mean, completely choked. Her parent had to do the choking manoeuvre on me. It flung out and landed on her older brother's plate. Her brothers were crying of laughter. She looked pretty mortified, and to top it off, I looked like a tomato. I was that red.
Oh,
Nah.
That's a shame. That's a shame. You were choking though. Oh, I don't know. That's really not.
I can't help you there. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But my brothers are piss takers. And if they are laughing at me and you have just caused me a lifetime worth of abuse, there's the door. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it. No. Chew your fucking sprout.
Is that an ick? Choking on your
Yeah.
sprout?
It's got to be in it. Imagine looking at your boyfriend who's really bright red and a full-blown sprout just pings out of his mouth. Oh. Onto your brother's plate.
And who was doing the manoeuvre on
dad.
him? Your dad's like this. Holy fuck.
That poor girl is not living that down. I bet you the kids, the grandkids, the new husband,
They all know about
story.
this story. I'd be like, I'm so sorry, you're going to have to go.
Oh, God, no, that's actual ick, isn't it?
I wouldn't be able to show my face ever again after something that embarrassing.
Me either. I farted during Pilates, enough said. Yeah,
I don't think that's that embarrassing though. I mean, we all do it. And is the music not loud?
Really?
Music's loud at Pilates.
Yeah, in ours, but who states in theirs? What if it's a quiet?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, at ours it's like,
No,
yeah, let's go.
I would be embarrassed.
Oh yeah, well,
I would.
I wouldn't
Imagine
if the
being in
music
the
was
day with a
loud.
dog, and it's really loud, and and it stinks. Nah,
Not if it stinks. Not if it stinks.
no, I can't. I'm sorry, no. Right.
Oh
this
no,
one,
not. Is this the bad one?
This one is the bad one, and I actually don't know how I'm gonna read this.
Oh
I sexted my dad
no.
accidentally.
No.
The message actually said, "Oh, I can't wait for you to ram your massive cock in my vagina and then suck my juices off after." I can't. I can't. I have an amazing relationship with my dad that if ever I text him something like that, I don't think I could ever see him again.
I don't think I could ever see my dad again.
And then suck my juices
There's
off.
absolutely no fucking way I could ever fucking. If I sent it to my mum accidentally, that's a different thing. It's my mum. It's my mum. You know what I mean? My dad.
Ram your massive cock.
No,
into
because
my
then he's gonna know you're sending that to someone. Unless he freaks out and thinks you're actually sending it to him, which I hope he wouldn't. But like,
I can't.
he's actually gonna look at that and think, my fucking daughter is talking this fucking filth. And who are you saying it to? And he's gonna
Yeah, like
And do you talk about it? Do you talk about what's just happened, or do you pretend it didn't happen?
yeah, please.
What
can
do
we
you do?
know? Please let us know.
Did he say what the fuck's this, or did he just ignore it and never say anything, or did he say who?
Just imagine if your dad's like a banter king, as some parents are, and he just brings it up all the time. Oh no.
My dad, I don't think he would find it funny. I think he would be a bit like.
I genuinely don't think my dad would ever bring it up.
I don't think mine would bring it up.
I don't think he'd ever bring it up.
I think he would tell my mum and then ask my mum to deal with it. I think he would tell my mum and be like, "Why the fuck has she sent me this?"
It's just what it says that gets me.
It's what it says. It's and it's
I can't wait for you to ram your massive cock in my vagina
Oh
and
my
I
God.
suck. Oh,
No!
and I suck my juices off after.
No, that made it worse.
Of course, it would be her sucking it because he can't suck his own cock, can
That
he?
just made it worse. Oh yeah, of course.
Oh no, that is worse.
So your poor dad has got to read that you're talking about sucking. I'm sorry.
Your juices
I'm sorry.
off. No,
I'm sorry.
that when I read that,
I would die.
I felt sick. I actually felt sick for you.
I would absolutely die.
It's like, did you ever hear about that story?
Are you going to say the Amsterdam
Yeah.
story?
Is that
That's
true?
exactly what I was thinking. I don't know. I think it's one of those stories that people just say. But
Right, so for
something
context,
like that must have happened to someone at some point in life.
Disgusting. So for context, they were on a stag and a hen, weren't they?
Yes.
So it was a group stag and a hen, and
You've probably heard it.
the
but
daughter was out and the dad, and she decided to go wild, didn't she? Didn't she split up with someone or something?
Yeah.
And then, what is that called? What's the word for it?
What?
He put his dick
Oh,
in
the
a
glory
hole.
hole.
That's it, the
Oh,
glory
yeah.
hole. And then you don't know who's behind it. So she's just give head to this person. And then it just so happened it was her dad.
Which is probably a fake story, but you're telling me that's not happened to people in Amsterdam, where prostitution is legal, and like you're telling me. So in a country where prostitution is legal and like popular, if you're a man that's got children or anything and you go to these places, what if your child was a prostitute?
See,
and
that's
you
the
didn't
thing,
know?
you know. But it's not so much that it's happened that freaks me out. It's the fact that it's the in-depthness of it. This is how my brain works. It's the fact that he stood there and like relaxed and really enjoyed it and thought,
Demi,
this is great.
You're gonna make me fucking sick.
That's what I mean. No, that's what I mean.
Demi, stop.
To then look and go, I've just really enjoyed that from my daughter. That's what makes me feel physically sick.
Right, I don't think I can talk about this. This is because
Like, what if at the time in his mind he was going, wow, she's really good at this. Who is
Demi.
this? No,
Demi, I can't talk about this
Vile.
because I think I'll be sick.
Surely that split the family up there.
Demi. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we're moving on.
It's making me feel really uncomfortable.
So yeah,
Oh.
right. That actually concluded our embarrassing stories.
Well, I'm traumatised.
So that last one was horrific, and I'm really sorry for you. But please write in.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened, but we need more.
Yeah,
What
please
happened
tell us
after?
what happened after, because I need to know. I don't think I'll sleep at night.
No, I actually do need to know. Can you just message them and just say what happened after?
I will. I'll message them, and
Because
then
this ain't going to be out for a week, so.
We'll let you guys know. My goodness. Vile.
Do you know what?
Thank God for having a boring life. I used to think,
Yeah, do
I
you
live
know
a
what?
boring life.
But no, I'm glad, because this shit, I can't have it happen to
No.
me. I'm sorry.
I'm happy with my little life.
Me too.
Thank you, Lord Jesus.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's fitting. It's Easter, so it's Easter
Oh,
season.
guys,
so.
I love Easter. I actually love Easter.
I do, but I don't care about the Jesus part. No offence to anyone that does. No offence. Oh, do you know what Jesus is in British Sign Language?
Go on.
Oh, hold this.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like he's pinned. I was like, I think that's a bit
that's
brutal.
brave.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
Do you know learning sign language? Because I learn at work. We have BSL lessons every week, and learning British Sign Language. The deaf community are fucking ruthless. They are brutal. They are brutal. The signs that they have for things.
That's hilarious.
One day I'll have to go through the signs for
Oh my
countries
God,
for
please.
you, because they are actually pretty racist, most of them.
Really?
It's absolutely crazy, yeah. A lot of them have been changed because they were quite racist.
Show me one.
I don't want to do it on the pod.
Okay, well.
Because
Bye, guys.
it's not. It's not. And some of them have been changed, but there are still deaf people that will use them. Because,
Yeah.
But, like, deaf people, they are, like, straight up, like,
As if.
this is what I'm saying.
Oh no, I love Easter. Love the chocolate. It's like a mini Christmas, isn't it?
I love
Like
chocolate.
already in Aldi and stuff,
Oh.
you've got the cheeses out, you've got the pigs in blankets, the good
Let me
shit.
tell you, I'm so excited to eat an Easter egg. I haven't eaten one yet.
Oh.
I'm
What-
going to eat
what
one
would
on
you pick?
Saturday. I don't even know. But I know that my family are all going to buy me Easter eggs, because even though I'm a grown adult, they all still treat me like
Yeah,
I'm...
same.
Because I'm the oldest grandchild, you see, by, like, a lot. So, like, my aunties and my uncles and my grandma, like, they still view me as, like, a kid,
Yeah.
even though I'm an adult. So they always get me an Easter egg. They get Easter eggs for all the kids in the family, and then I'll get one. My mum's got me an Easter egg, and I know she would have got me a good one. She's also got Tom an Easter egg. She always gets Tom one as well.
I love
So
that.
we're gonna have, and she always gets a good one.
Yeah,
She don't
my
get like
parents
some
are the
cheapo
same.
shit one. She'll get me a fucking good Easter egg. So I'm pretty excited. That means Tom's gonna have a really good one, which means we can share.
I love it. I love it. Question of the week. Pretty boring one.
What was it?
But I actually found it. It's alright. You didn't need actually you might have.
Oh,
What is your favourite colour? But do you know what I find interesting about this? Although it's boring, before we tell you, I actually want to know what you think our favourite colour is. Like, what do we give off? What would you say my favourite colour is? And am I readable? Are you readable? Who knows? So you have got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's your favourite colour?
green?
Is it?
Yeah,
What's mine?
yellow.
No, pink.
Oh,
I'm a pink girl. But obviously it is hard because, like, clothing wise, I would go for greens and yellows because of my eye colour and my hair colour. But colour, favourite
I
colour.
don't wear many
I'm a
greens.
girly.
but like I love green. My house, there will
I
be
was gonna
green in
say
my newly
purple.
decorated house. No, fuck purple.
Interesting.
Never been a. I love pink, but like green is my favourite.
I wonder if anyone would guess that.
I don't know, because I don't know. I do love pink, but green is my house will have.
I would
green.
never have said pink for you.
I'm gonna have green in my house.
Oh, well, there you have it, guys. They are our favourite colours.
I actually want to decorate every room green, but that'll be a bit overboard.
Oh my God, it's going to look like a big bogey.
So I'm gonna have to. I used to have a green car. Do you know what? That's probably why you don't know. My friends would know. I used to have a green car. I used to have a lime green car.
Telling you now, the more I speak to you, the more you remind me of Madison Argy, whatever her name is.
And my car, I had a Seat Ibiza, a green one. My little cousin used to call it a bogey car, and I fucking loved that car. And the colour, like that, my parents bought me that car for my 21st birthday.
Aw.
Green. Love it.
There we go.
Love it. So the people that know me, but I don't drive around in my green car anymore. If I pulled up in that green car, you would think she loves green. But because I've got just like a grey car now, it's basically
interesting. That is interesting.
So I used to have a green car. That's how much I like green.
I love it.
I think Tom's favourite colour is green as well.
Con's is orange.
Because he's ginger.
I'm not even joking. Con used to have a feature wall that was bright, luminous orange in his bedroom.
Are you kidding?
No.
That's mad.
No. His favourite colour is orange. And there's never any arguments.
I don't know anyone that loves the colour
orange flavoured things, you name it, it's orange. And I swear it's because he's ginger.
I think he's got some weird connection there.
I think it's because everyone took the piss when he was younger that he was ginger. That
so he's like, fuck it, I love orange. Orange is the best.
Yeah. We stand with orange.
That's really funny.
Nelly's is purple. So we never have to argue about colour things in this house because we've all got different.
Oh, wow.
So there you have it, guys.
Yeah, Tom loves green. So when we decorate our house, it's going to be easy breezy. But we are just going to have to back off the green. I'm going to have to just pick certain places for the green and then make it less. I did want to paint like all the walls like sage green, but then I was like,
I've got a sage green feature wall in my new house. It's changed. It's not on that picture, but I'll send you a picture. Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe have like beige walls with green accessory. Like I might buy a green sofa.
Yeah, and like
sage green sofa
plants and stuff.
Yeah, like I might accessorize with the green instead of painting the walls green like I was originally going to do, because I think I could end up going a bit overboard.
That's a good choice there. I like it.
I really want a green sofa. I either want an emerald green sofa.
Oh my God,
or
I had a green sofa. Genuinely, I had a green sofa when we first moved into here. It was like fabric. It was beautiful. Very like chic.
It's just the design. My thing about a sofa is I need it to be comfortable, and some sofas that I see that I like the look of, I just know aren't going to be comfy. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Comfort is key.
I'm just a bit like, but I need to fucking do the house up. Not me. Oh, I won't be doing any of the renovations now that I'm with child. I won't be sitting back
giving my orders.
I'll be like, can you knock that wall down? Okay. Well, I won't even be there.
That's a bit off centre. Put that there.
I'll do some painting. When the time comes, but I ain't gonna have to do nothing now. Even when we have to, I was thinking, even when we have to like pack and move all of our stuff, I'm not gonna be lifting nothing. No,
you got us guys to help you out anyway. Don't worry about it.
Thanks.
Anyway, guys, happy Easter, because by the time
happy Easter.
gets released, you will have ate all the Easter eggs in the shop, and Easter will be no longer.
Me too. I will have eaten all the Easter eggs in the shop. And cream eggs.
Oh yes.
Cream eggs. I have had a cream egg.
So have a good Easter. We will be back on the socials this week, posting daily, and we'll put up some stories for you to let us know what you would like next week. Please don't forget.
Like, subscribe, share. Tell everyone, comment.
Woo!
Engage when we ask you a question.
Yeah. Engage.
Just do all that good stuff.
Really want to go to more events, and we're besties now. Like, you can come to the events with me and with Tyler. Like, come on, let's just engage. Make a dream come true.
I'm not going to any events anytime soon.
I think we could get invited to Lilo and Stitch. Child friendly, it's cute. Let's manifest that shit.
Can someone please get us invited to Lilo and Stitch?
Yes, please.
Because I'll go. That's what I will go and see, because I love Lilo and Stitch.
Same.
Love Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
that's
goodness.
good. Yes! Okay.
Right. Bye, guys.
Bye.